Shalom, shalom, happy Sabbath. Happy Sabbath. Happy Sabbath. We back with another one like the other one. Back with another one like the other one. Happy Sabbath. We almost made it through the holidays. I think I did a class like this or title like this last year. It's been a year. It's been a year. Hopefully y'all hanging in there. Just it's always this season always hard for us Israelites, man. All this damn lights everywhere, all this Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, Happy Holidays, all this stuff. So, you know, they really try to, bang us out during this season. What you got? Halloween, then you got Thanksgiving, you got Fat Santa Satan, and you got the fake New Year's. What's that, like 4 every month, back to back, every couple of weeks? They be gearing up for the whole month. We almost out of it. Almost out of it. So what? Fake New Year's Eve is next. Wednesday. A couple more days. Then we'll be gone. Then get a little break and be Valentine's Wicked Day. Shalom, sister Tisa, Princess Tisa. Say no to pagan hell. Say no to pagan hell days. Fire, 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 fire. Just say no. Shalom, Big Gideon in the house. 12 tribes, Big Gideon. Hey, I want to show you guys this video that happened in our neck of the woods real quick. Y'all gonna get I don't know, the locals might know about this. But it went viral though. Shalom, Nephi Kingdom. How was everybody week? Gideon 12 tribes. I pray your entire week went well. No to the pagan holidays. No to the pagan holidays. Yeah, for us that been in the truth for, a few years, 5+. But it gets easier, but for some people it probably don't, because it might be the family might be chipping away at them. The family might be chipping. You could just come slide by. Enduring through the spirit. Shalom, Motor City. Shalom, Andrea. My family. But yeah, your family be trying. You guys are my family. The worldly family. They be trying to trick you to come to their house. They always try to trick you to come to the house. Trying to trick you. Let me show you guys this video real quick. Look at this. This happened out here. This happened out here in Seattle. Watch this video, y'all. Then we're gonna commentate on it real quick before we get into the lesson.
Watch this man standing in the middle of a Seattle freeway. In video obtained by TMZ, he appears to open a Washington State Patrol lieutenant's unmarked car door, pull her to the pavement, and take off in her cruiser.
State Patrol was...
Hold on, you see him? He just walked up. This happened the other day out here. Now, if he was a Jake, they would have smoked him. She would have smoked him. And if somehow he got past her, when they caught him later down the road, he would have got smoked. He wouldn't have lived to tell this story. Watch this. Let's see it again.
Watch this man standing in the middle of a Seattle freeway. In video obtained by TMZ, he appears to open a Washington State Patrol lieutenant's unmarked car door, pull her to the pavement, and take off in her cruiser.
State Patrol was
Well, look,
assaulted by a
that's assault. He opened her door and tossed her. Imagine if he looked like us. All right, let's watch the rest of this.
subject who then took their patrol vehicle.
The police vehicle seen speeding away, lights flashing.
Oh my God, he just stole the cop car.
According to police, the wild scene played out Christmas Day when a Washington State Patrol lieutenant approached Alexander Eugene Smith, who was running across the freeway. A witness capturing video of the suspect walking toward the lieutenant's vehicle. Then police say Smith pushed the lieutenant down and stole her car, sparking a roughly 10-mile chase.
Vehicle is now southbound I-5 from exit 179. State Patrol's ramming the vehicle.
Watch the moment police appear to ram the allegedly stolen vehicle, bringing the pursuit to an end.
I believe a taser had to be used.
Washington State Patrol telling NBC News by phone that
the taser, man, they would have lit one of us up. Swiss cheese. They would have Swiss cheese, though, boy. He said taser. First of all, he assaulted their precious Sheetamites for one. Grand Theft Auto style. Took her car on the freeway. On the freeway. Took a car, dipped off, and you know, their cars be having shotguns in the middle behind the middle console, so you know he's armed, and whatever other gadgets she got up in there, and he took off, and he just got tased. Could they see his life? White lives matter. White lives matter. Like, we don't want to harm our brother. We don't want to put holes in our brother. Hold on, let's see what else they say. Hold on. We don't want to put holes in our brother. If it's one of you guys, and then if they would have Swiss cheese Jake, you know, you really can't argue. You be like, damn, because I would have Swiss cheesed them. But you see how much they can be used not deadly force when it comes to one of their own.
bringing the pursuit to an end.
I believe a taser had to be used.
Washington State Patrol telling NBC News by phone that the suspect resisted arrest. Police adding no one was injured.
So many things could have gone wrong. Whether, citizens could have been injured.
Police say Smith was booked into jail for investigation of felony eluding, assault, DUI, and theft of a motor vehicle. Jesse Kirsch, NBC News.
Damn.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay.
Imagine that he even got a DUI. Imagine that you got a DUI and it's still in a cop's car. He got assault, and he lived to tell the tale. He lived to tell the tale. That is crazy. That is crazy. You guys, ain't that crazy? Fair use. Thank you, brother. I be forgetting to say that. All praises. Shalom, Danielle. He got the complexion for the protection. I saw that. I'm like, that is amazing. First, I thought it was AI. Then I thought it was just fake. And then I seen this in my town, and I'm like, what? It's crazy. That is crazy. He got the, like he said, he got the complexion for the protection. That little leprosy they got, it goes a long way, man. It goes a long way. If she wasn't going to defend herself, why even open the car door? Exactly. They need to fire her. Because she could have put her in, she could have put other people in danger. She did put other people in danger by being so stupid. Yeah. I got another video. let's watch this one real quick, and then we're gonna get into the scripts. Which one? In this video, I think this dude ended up getting. Hold on. What the hell? Hold on.
18-year police veteran is speaking out after learning he is being fired just 6 months from retirement. The Mount Vernon, New York police officer was recently diagnosed with kidney failure. Derek Williams says he does 9 hours of dialysis 7 days a week to maintain his health. The department has classified Williams' kidney failure as a non-job related illness, and it stopped paying him when he became too sick to work. In 2020, he contracted COVID after months of working double shifts.
Fair use.
Derek's character caused him to come in and work and support this city and the residents of the city during the worst pandemic that we've had.
I begged for my job back. I begged to come in whatever hours that I can capable of doing, and I was told there's no light duty for me.
Earlier this month, Williams received a termination letter effective December 31st, which ends his career and cuts off his health insurance. He is currently on a kidney transplant waiting list.
Yeah, I think old boy ended up getting it, but I'm just want to show how these plantations, man, they don't give a damn about you. So he worked for the New York Police Department for years, decades, and he's like 6 months away from retirement. He got a little illness, and they trying to chop him off and chop off his health benefits. It just shows you the plantation. We on the plantation. They don't give a damn about you, man. So that's why every time you can get these guys, get them. They don't give a damn about you. I think he end up getting. They end up extending his benefits after like this video went viral, backlash. But it's crazy. It takes all that. But like bro said, he had the protection, the complexion for the protection. Our brother, he don't. If it was one of theirs, they would have put a GoFundMe, donated all type of stuff for his ass. He would have been good. They would have extended his they would have paid him triple time. They would have paid their brother triple time. Take care of yourself. But yeah, I just thought that was wicked. Those folks have a hard time disciplining their own. They rather discipline us. Exactly. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, that was I think that was like almost 2 weeks ago. They didn't tell him to come in for a few days to maintain his business. Right. They could have worked with the brother. Like I said, I think they end up doing something because of the backlash. But to hell with them. These are plantations. Don't ever feel bad for calling in. Oh yeah. I mean, my cousin was just telling me his friend was I guess he had a wedding. And he was the best man at his wedding, and he said he didn't want to come to the after party or something because he had to go to work. And he was like, he don't want to leave work. He was like, man, this is my wedding, but it's like, man, them jobs, man, don't let them jobs, man, get over you, because they'll do you just like our brother. Let me get into these scripts, man. We almost made it through the holidays. Say no to pagan hell days. They're not holidays, not holy days. They're hell days. And I'm happy that they're almost over, because I can't wait till the trees start coming down, the lights start coming down. They're gonna have a ball the next couple of days for their little New Year's. But we just gotta hang on. I know some brothers and sisters probably caving in. But we almost made it. We got new moons, Hanukkah, we got the Sabbath, Yeah, especially on them plantations. They be especially if you work like with the customer. I mean, co-workers are bad. just as bad as like if you work with the public. But at least you could kind of tune your coworkers up. They know they like, nah, he or she don't, they don't do that. But yeah. All right, let me get into this real quick. Like, let's go to John 3. But I have been seeing, I ain't gonna lie, like this year, maybe a little bit last year, I have been seeing some of our people saying, "Oh, I don't celebrate Christmas," but they still celebrate it somewhat. Like, you know, they'll still attend a party. They're not on our level, just put it like that. But it's a start, though. It's a start. I've seen like a handful of Jakes. I don't get into that. I ain't doing nothing, but it's a start. Hopefully it come along. The book of John, chapter 3, in verse 19. And this is the condemnation, that light is coming to the world, and men loved darkness. This is what it is. This is what it's about. They love darkness. You see Halloween, supposedly it's for the kids, but you see adults. They having Halloween parties all October, raunchy Halloween parties, getting drunk, lit, fornication. You see Christmas is kind of the same. You see adults, like my neighbors don't got no kids or nothing, but they was turning up yesterday, and it's like, dang, it's for, it's supposed to be for the kids, but they love darkness. They're gonna pour up some drink and just get wicked. New Year's Eve, men love darkness. So that's another stronghold where it's hard for people to break loose, because our people in the world, they love a party, free food, they love, food, party, and drink. So it says, and men loved darkness rather than light. So when you tell them the history of Thanksgiving, 9 times 10, they already know. Slaughter of the Gadites, Native Americans, right? They don't give a damn, because they love darkness rather than light. Because of why? Because their deeds were evil. Because they're evil. So when you tell somebody about these wicked hell days, and they continue, they're evil. Look, for everyone that doeth evil, hate the light, neither come to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved. So it was funny because my dad, he don't live out here. I think he live in like Vegas or something. He live in Las Vegas, right? So you guys know my mom's in the truth. So he had came in town, and then so we was all together, but he be wanting to play me in dominoes and stuff. So I was playing him at dominoes. My mom was trying to show him about Hanukkah, Feast of Dedication. But I mean, there's no harm in that. But but I was trying to tell you, he don't care. This dude is we've been telling him for years he don't care. I was just trying to hurry up and smack him in these bones real quick and get up out of there. He told me he was in town. I had whooped him probably like I haven't seen him like a year or some change, and he wanted a rematch. So I was just trying to whoop him real quick. And my mom up here, she trying to preach. It ain't no harm in that though, but I'm just like, Mom, he don't care. He already this dude is wicked as hell. Pops is wicked as hell right now. If we come through, but she's trying. No, I'm gonna show him the history of the Greeks. And I'm like, Mom, you talking about some Greeks? He don't know what the damn Greeks is. You gotta bring it down a notch for him. So I broke it down for him because I did a better job than her because she was going over his head. But he didn't. But I'm looking at his face. He don't care because why? Because for everyone that doeth evil, hate the light. He hate the light. He got the Jesus piece on and everything. Neither come to the light. He don't want to come to the light unless his deeds should be reproved because he got a lot of wickedness and they're going to shine the light on him. And he going to be like, he's going to be like, oh, nah. That's why you just got to plant the seed. I teach my mom how to plant the seed and you just got to let it. You got to let the Most High, let somebody else water it. The Most High get an increase. Most High get an increase. But, I got a little bit more years than my mom. So, I used to be like that. That's why I don't be tripping. I used to be like that. I used to beat people over the head with this thing. But now I learn I'm a little bit more seasoned with it. After the first two admonitions, if they reject, let me get that real quick. Let me get that. Hold on. What is that? Titus. Let me see. After the first two. Let me get that. Titus 3:10. This is what I'm on right here. And don't throw your pearls to swine. Titus 3:10. A man that is a heretic after the first and second admonition, reject them. I'm not going to keep telling you. I'm not going to keep telling somebody. It's after the first two. It says, no, hold on. Let's read it again. It says, a man that is a heretic after the first. So you really could do it after the one time. And you want to be nice, you can do it the second time. But I ain't doing it for 5 years. No. You're driving yourself crazy. Matthew 7:6. Give not that which is holy unto dogs. Don't give holy stuff unto the dogs, mom, dukes, or brothers and sisters. Neither cast ye your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet. Yeah, they're gonna trample and be like, I don't care. See, or say something disrespectful, and you're gonna get mad and turn again and rend you. See Satan trying to throw pots and pans. But yeah. Says these people are our enemies, and the Black Messiah is going to continue allow them to show their true colors until our people get a clue. They the devil the Bible speaks of, period. Hey, speaking of the devil, remember I told you guys last week about the plantation job, how I quit and all that. I was done. They tried to take me to the boonies and everything. And the dude tried to hit me up on Monday. So I had emailed them Sunday. I'm done, right? Dude's gonna hit me up, I believe, like Tuesday. I get a text. Let me see what he said. Look at this. Let me see how wicked they are. Where's he at? He gonna hit me up. Look, he says, "Good morning, G-Bar. How are you doing this fine day?" ? Sorry to hear you will not continue with us, but glad to hear you have the opportunity. You have the other opportunity. So he hit me with that. So let me see. At 10:30 a.m. and he paused. So I'm looking at it like, what do he want? Like you talking about good morning and glad to hear you got other opportunities, but I knew something was fishy. Because why was something fishy? What did Andrea say? Because they're the devil that the Bible speaks of. That's why. So then he texts again. You know, you see the bubbles. So I knew something else was coming. And he says, just need a favor. I'm like, would you please stop by and drop off the company jacket and any other uniforms you have received? Thank you. Sorry, this is Richard, by the way. I'm like, bro, you guys want this raggedy ass, ugly ass coat that you gave me or that I had? So I'm like, sure. I'm like, sure. When's a good time? Anyway, I ended up meeting him earlier today. And he was like, yeah, man. He was like, yeah, everybody was shocked that you resigned. Everything was going so well, man. The guys liked you and we like take you to the boonies and hang your black ass. I can't say it, but nah, yeah, you guys try to take me to the boonies. But then I was like, oh, he was like, yeah, Julia was like, if you don't, she's gonna charge you for the items. And I was like, yeah, I know you don't want to be charged. I'm like, you're the devil. You're gonna text me in the morning and ask me about some damn ugly ass coat. I don't want that coat anyway. Come on, sister. But yeah, so our people, they love darkness, right? They love the darkness. That's why they celebrate these days. Let's get back to the scripts. Let's go to James. Go to the book of James. A lot of people, they just like to party, man. They like to party. A double-minded man's unstable in all his ways. That's not what I want. But it's highlighted of God. For God cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempt he any man. So these people, they just, let me read it. 14. But every man is tempted when he's drawn away on his own lust and enticed. So their own lust in this context is they want to party, and they're followers. They're followers, right? They just want a lot of people to be dragged in by their family, by their spouse, kids. Matter of fact, let's get that. So what they say, it's for the kids. What's that? Matthew 10, I believe. But whoever shall deny me, whoever confess me, blah, 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 blah. 37. He that loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And you know what's so stupid is how this Christmas stuff is so dumb. Like, it's so corny too. Like, you tell it's a ritual spell they're in. Like, I seen this girl, social media. I think her daughter probably like in her 20s or something. So she probably like in her 50s. But they took a picture. This is so corny. She's like, oh look, she has her purse, and we got each other's purses that we're going to exchange. And I'm like, so it's just like, you guys feel like you guys have to go to the mall and get a purse or get something or wrap something, stocking stuffers or something, and just exchange. Like, that is a ritual, and that is dumb. All in the name of Satan. All in the name of Satan. For I'm come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Because that's what happens during the holiday, especially if you're in this truth. You're going to be at variance with one of those. 36. And a man foes shall be they of his own household. So your enemy is going to be those of your immediate family, because they're going to be coming at you hard, talking about you when they go to the party or um, to the gathering, to the satanic pagan gathering. They're gonna be talking about you. She ain't coming. It's the third year in a row. She in that cult. She really taking that serious. I don't see what's wrong with family time. I could never do that. Watch the flip side. He that love father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. Because you're gonna see there's gonna be some of you bruised that's gonna give in, and you're not worthy. He that loves son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. Man, I just got to get my kids them toys, man. It's harmless. You're not worthy. And it's gonna be a lot of people that fall into this category. And he that take not his cross and follow after me is not worthy of me. He that find his life shall lose it. So when you find life in this truth, you're gonna lose your wicked life. And he that lose his life for my sake shall find it. So if you lose your life, your old life, for this truth's sake, you're going to gain everlasting life. Let's read 40. He that receive you, receive me. And he that receive me, receive him that sent me. Ooh. So you see the hierarchy. So if they receive you, they receive Christ. He that received Christ received the Most High. And that's a Trinity cut right there, because he's saying he was sent. He was sent. You can't send yourself. You cannot send yourself. 2 Timothy. Second Timothy 4:3. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine. We're seeing that. You're seeing that definitely today in this time. Brothers saying Gentiles can be. They're saying the white man can be saved. You're seeing people denounce Christ. You're seeing all type of wickedness. And you're seeing people bring trees in their house as well when they know better. Let's read on. But after their own lust, let's highlight that, after their own individual lust, which varies, shall heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. So that could be Christian pastor. Ain't nothing wrong with Christmas. And he got a good breakdown. And he got you saying, yeah, he's right. Or somebody saying Gentiles can be saved. Natural Gentiles can be saved. And your mom is an Edomite. And you're like, yeah, that makes sense. Mom, you can be saved. So that's what you're seeing. Let's read verse 4. And they shall turn away their ears. They're going to turn away their ears, stop their ears from the truth, and shall be turned unto fables, turned unto lies. Christmas is a fable. New Year's Eve, I keep saying New Year's Eve. New Year's Day is the worship of Janus, an idol. It's not even the New Year. It's dead of winter. The New Year is in spring. Everything springs to life, not in the dead of winter. Just like Esau says, the new day is at midnight, middle of the night, 12 o'clock, which is false. This man do everything backwards because he is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Like sis said, he's the devil that the Bible speaks of. She said, yes, my friend has not spoke to me for days. Right. My friend not answer my calls because I didn't come to her Christmas party. She probably like, man, she's like, Danielle's tripping, man. It's not that serious. It's not that serious, Danielle. You know, we're gonna have some good food. You know, I don't even celebrate Christmas like that myself. We just got the day off. But you know that's what happened. We gotta stand on business. Why do we gotta come together? Why do we gotta come together in that day? Or in the name of that, you know? You know why? Because you guys are under a spell. They don't. It's crazy because they don't see it. They don't see that they're under a spell. Like I was at my grandma's house earlier. She needed you know, order something for her little furnace or something. But anyways, she got black Santa Claus. She got black Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus all over the place. And then she's up there talking about, I don't celebrate Christmas. She got the lights on her window. She got little Christmas ornaments, and she got Santa Claus, but he's black everywhere. I'm like, you don't celebrate Christmas though, okay? You just don't get into it like you like that. You're just not in the Christmas spirit 100%, but you still celebrating it. You might as well celebrate. Hey, it's so funny because you might as well celebrate it all 100% because you're going to get judged for it. You know, you get charged. You are charged with 1 count of arson or 1 count of assault. You're going to get charged 100% with celebrating it. It ain't no celebrating it halfway. If you got Santa Claus on your table and you got Christmas lights, how can you say you're not celebrating it? You are celebrating it. You're just not celebrating it full throttle. But you might as well go all out. You might as well, because you're getting charged. You're getting charged as an idolater, anyways. You're getting charged idolatry. You're first degree idolatry. Deuteronomy 30. And 19. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you. So the day these guys are doing all this wickedness, celebrating this. I don't celebrate Christmas like that, but I got my Christmas lights up and I got Santa Claus all over the place. He's black though. My Santa Claus is black. It's recorded that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live. So you got life and you got death, blessing and a cursing. You could sell like Danielle chose. The girl said, come to my Christmas party. We wouldn't have known if she went. We don't know. She could have went to a Christmas party and had a great time. But the Lord is looking. That shows where that integrity kicks in. She didn't go because she fears the Lord and she knows the Lord's looking. So she, instead of death, she chose life. Instead of death, she chose life. Instead of a cursing, she chose a blessing. It's funny because this dude I know, the homie I know, he went to the Christmas party, right? And he actually called me today, or he was texting me today because his car had messed up, and he was like, he said his sunroof wouldn't close or something. I had hooked him up with this car. Not I had pointed him in a direction to get this car from this guy I know. But he been acting like a little baby. I'm like, bro, it's an as is car, you know? It's not like it's brand new, you know? like you know, it's runs. You know, it's gonna get you to point A to point B. But he went to all this damn Christmas party. I was like, yeah, you probably getting judged for that wicked old Christmas party. And you had all that gumbo. You talking about there gumbo over there, man? I'm there. So he had the gumbo at the Christmas party, and you know his damn sunroof. You know, we live in Seattle and it's raining, you know, it's flooding out here, raining, and his sunroof all of a sudden don't close. So I was like, yeah, you probably getting judged, boy. I was dying. I had to put my phone on mute. I was laughing so hard. I was on the phone with him. I had to put my phone on mute. And he was like, man, my sunroof, man, I live in the pretty part, my sunroof won't close. And he's gonna try to go to the dude to get it fixed, and he's talking about he ain't open till Monday. I was like, damn, that look like you having a bad day, buddy. Your sunroof won't close while it's raining. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. Let's get. I don't got too much more. I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer. Let me get Matthew 16 real quick. Matthew 16:26. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world? What do you profit? You have a big fat Christmas party. You have lots of liquor and fun and food. What do you profit from that? And lose his own soul. Because when you celebrating them rituals, you're gonna lose your soul. Or what shall man give in exchange for his soul? You're losing your soul. You're selling your soul for cheap. And most of you guys being followers. They're being followers, and they just don't know how to say no. You know, that's a law. Let's get that real quick. Exodus, I think it's 22. I think it's 22:16. No, not 22:16. What's the one? Damn. Follow not a multitude to do evil. Let me get that real quick. Follow not. 23:2. Exodus 23:2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. It says, thou shalt not. It's a commandment. First 5 books, a commandment. Don't be a follower. You don't want to go to the Christmas party, the New Year's Eve party, but you're weak and you're a wimp. You don't know how to say no. I don't do that no more. You know? So you go. Or you go back to the world. You didn't do it for 2 years and you feel ashamed and you slide backwards. Neither shall thou speak in a cause to decline after me to rest judgment. So it says, thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. Don't be a follower. Don't be a follower. You said, poor grandma, she just like those that say they don't celebrate but accept gift and present. Right. Poor grandma. But it's a lot of people like that. But the funny thing about my grandma is like a Grinch, though. That's why I don't understand why she had that up there. I don't know if she just liked the decoration or she just like the season or what. I don't know. Cause she is really like a Grinch. That's why I didn't understand why she had that up there. You know, she might think it's cool or something. Cause she do got a little, you know how they be having the little black ornaments, like the little black characters. I think she just like black stuff. But it's like you can't be having no wicked black Santa though, grandma. And you can't have no lights up either. But you know, my mom be trying to tell her, but they be getting into it though. You better have their presence. Hey, for sure, we don't want the Most High mad at you. It is not worth it. You don't know what the Most High can do, what he gonna do. You know, he might take your spirit or put you through a hell season. You know, at least if you're going through hell, you're just going through a trial. But you don't want it because you're wicked. You know. Let me get I just got a couple more, y'all. I just got a couple more. We're gonna go to the Apocrypha real quick. Second Esdras. So, like we said last week, Christmas is for busters, and so is New Year's. And we're almost home, y'all. I mean, not home, but we're almost made it through this wicked hell season. Even though they even I remember last year they went through the whole January still celebrating. Oh yeah, that's what they're gonna be doing. They're gonna be saying they're gonna say Happy New Year for the whole month of January. Happy New Year. That's what they're gonna be saying. And we know it ain't the New Year. What you do for your New Year? All right, Second Esdras 9. Let's go 9. Let's go 9 and 9. Then shall they be in a pitiful case, which now have abused my ways. They're going to be pitiful. They're going to be sad when everything's said and done. They abused the way. They went to 50 Christmas parties, 50 New Year's. They celebrated 38 Valentine's Day. They abused his ways, right? They caught up to him, right? And they have cast them away despitefully, shall dwell in torment. Like this said, I don't want the Most High mad at me. So he's gonna be mad. He's gonna be mad at them. And look what's gonna happen. They're gonna dwell in torment. And we don't even know what that means. I just know I ain't trying to see it. For such as in their life have received benefits. So they receive benefits. They were at them parties getting drunk, getting fat food, taking to-go plates, for 3 days, eating that food for 3 days, having a good time, playing all them little games they've been playing. So it says, in their life they have received benefits and have not known me. In the midst of that, they did not know the Lord, the Most High. Verse 11, and they that have loathed my law, loathe me, hate. Let's change it to hate. And they that have hated my law, and when you told them Christmas was pagan, when you told them Thanksgiving is a death day, when you told them, you only got to tell them about Halloween. Dang, that's just, you should know that, but they don't care. When you told them January 1st is the worship of Janus, Greek god, what did they do? Well, they had yet liberty, right? They had the freedom, but they had to make a choice, life or death, blessing or cursing. But they had the freedom. They got the freedom right now. You could tell somebody right now about New Year, do not go. They got the liberty. And when as yet place of repentance was open unto them. So repentance open unto them. They understood not, but despised it. It was like, man, shut up with that damn Bible stuff. The Most High is not going to, the God is not my Jesus. He's not going to say nothing about me. That's the day he was born. This is the day he was born. He was born on December 25th. So they didn't understand it, right? But they hated it. Watch this. The same must know it after death by pain. Look at 13. And therefore be not curious how the ungodly shall be punished. So I said, don't give a damn what's going to happen. Like I said, they're going to dwell in torment and they're going to know it after death by pain. It said, we don't know how it's going to happen. It says, be not curious and how and what. Just know that it's not going to be good. And when. But inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and for whom the world is created. So it said, who give a damn about them? Let's talk about the righteous. Let's talk about the righteous. Let's talk about the righteous. Let's go to 7, couple chapters back. 2nd Ezra 7 and 57. Then answered he me and said, this is the condition of the battle. Oh, this is the condition of the battle, which man that is born upon the earth shall fight. Like Danielle said, they try to get me to the Christmas party. I'm quite sure. She said a homie. She said her friend ain't talked to her and answered her call because she didn't come to the Christmas party. So your friend is trying to not to rebuke you. She's trying to punish you by shunning your shoulder, her not answering your call because you didn't want to come to the party. So she don't respect your belief, which it ain't that serious. Sis called me after. We can go out to eat any other day, but she's like, nope, she's mad. So that's the condition of the battle, which man that is born upon the earth shall fight. Because look, that could break sis. I mean, I know it ain't gonna break you because you strong, but I'm saying that could break an individual. Y'all know how long y'all been best friends or friends, and you could be like, damn, man, I really love my friend. Okay, I guess I'll go, but don't give me no present or whatever. You just going, that could break you, a weak person. For this is the life whereof Moses spake unto the people while he lived. And that's the devil too, saying, choose thee life that thou mayest live. Nevertheless, they believed not on him, nor yet the prophets after him, nor me, which has spoken unto them. See, they don't believe us either. Like we just read, they're going to suffer, they don't believe that there should not be such heaviness in their destruction. There's going to be heaviness when you get destroyed, brother, sister, as shall be joy over them that are persuaded to salvation. And no salvation for the Gentiles. No salvation for the Gentiles, the natural ones. I answered and said, I know, Lord, that the Most High is called merciful, and that he have mercy upon them which are not yet come into the world, and upon those also that turn to his law. So you have mercy on those that ain't even born yet, and to those that turn to the law. That's why you need that mercy. And that he is patient and long suffer those that have sinned as his creatures, and that he is bountiful, for he is ready to give where it needeth. But yeah, that's all right there. So now let me read the part real quick. Then answered he and said, this is the condition of the battle. So that's the condition of the battle. So you're always going to have that good versus bad. That's a good thing, that you had the opportunity, that your friend tried to get you to go to a Christmas party, and you got the opportunity to say no, because you're going to get a blessing for that, because they tried you. That's Satan trying you, and you passed the test. Tried to call her. It is what it is. Sirach 40:1. Great travail is created for every man, and a heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam, from the day that they go out of their mother's womb to the day that they return to the mother of all things. So break travail is all the time. I don't want the Most High mad at me either. Yeah. The Most High got the time going to be so fast. You blink your eye and it's another day. How can you enjoy? Exactly. Time is going by so fast. That's why I was at my grandma's. She was like, she said that. She was like, man, she said, I'm 80 years old. I think she's like 80 something, or she might be just 80. She was like, I'm 80. She said, what she say? Damn. She said something like I turned around, I was 80. It seemed like it was 5. I remember when I was 30. Now I'm 80. I was just listening to grandma. Like, damn. I was like, damn. She said she got the 80. It seemed like it was quick. I was like, damn. You got the 80. 80 was a blink of an eye, grandma. I lose track of the day. I know it's going by fast. I'll be like, dang, it's time to Sabbath. I gotta hop on with the fam bam and do a class. Time be going by quick, man. But Most High, like you said, gonna speed up today, get us the hell up out of here. I should have said they can't even enjoy it. Right, we knew what you meant, sis. Yeah, they gonna sell their soul for short too. That's temptation, Daniel, sister. So glad that you did not take the bait. Right, but it's an honor that it's good. Like, look, let's get this real quick. You want them type of tests. Let me see. Try me. Damn. Okay, so let me get this real quick. Psalms 26. When I say you want them little tests. 26. Look, examine me, O Lord, and prove me. Try my reins in my heart. So you want the Lord to examine you and try you. I mean, prove me. Prove. How you gonna prove you? By doing stuff like that. By sending somebody trying to entice you with a party, and you say no, get behind me, Satan. But there's another one that I'll need. What's it? Hold on. You got a chance to act it out. Dang, where is that other one? So another one in Psalms. Hold on real quick. Damn, I might not be able to find it. But yeah, you want the Lord to try you. I know you know it ain't nothing to feel bad about. Con. Yeah. So that's all I really had, man. We're coming up in the hour mark. All praise to the Most High. You know. Man, they got me shadow banned in this joint. So, hit the like, subscribe, and share. They got your brother shadow banned. Where's my other thing? At the Cash App. Thank the water on those that have Cash App. I got a present for y'all. I know Christmas stuff, but when everything hits the circle, just know I got all y'all that Cash at me. Just know I got something for y'all. But yeah, all praise to the Most High and His Son. Happy Sabbath, man. Anybody got let's do our final thoughts. Let's do our final thoughts. Yeah, I gotta put my final thoughts on. But anyway, you see, final thoughts. Final thoughts is don't celebrate Christmas. It's for busters. Don't celebrate New Year's. Fake New Year's. New Year's is in the spring when everything springs up, right? And we have our own holidays, not hell days, not pagan rituals, but it's actually from the God of heaven and earth, right? And we have more days and they're funner. So come into the truth and learn of your God, learn how to serve your God, learn how to make him happy, and you won't get your ass taxed. My final thoughts are their hell 8 days ain't nothing to me and better not look my way. I already know sis, Tisa, you remind me of like my mom. You and my mom, you guys don't play. You know, you guys don't play. But, all praises. That's good. You guys ain't playing. Like my mom told me today. She was like, I'm on my journey. Because I sit one of my sisters that went over her house. And she was like, she wasn't. I guess my mom ain't talking to her brother or something. And then and her friend, but she was like, with this walk, she's like my friend. I guess her friend is sick or something. She be eating that pork. She be already eating that pork, and I told her quit eating that pork. And she said, "Oh, we ain't about to go down that route. We ain't about to go down that route." And she's like, I'm on my journey. I ain't letting nobody knock me off my journey. I know that's right. I said, I know that's right. I know that's right. She said she's sick from eating the pork chops. You feel me? Mom said she's sick from eating the pork chops, and she says she don't want to listen. But yeah, all praise to the Most High. I love each every one of y'all. I get up here with y'all in thought. And yeah, I'd be like, man, I get to see my fam. You feel me? My day ones, my day ones, my regular, my day ones. So, all praise to the Most High. Happy Sabbath. Don't knock nobody out these next couple days. We almost there. I know, Andrea. I know you ready to smack somebody up. That's gonna say Happy New Year to you. As he said, when you go out, don't smack nobody up. They're gonna hit you with the Happy New Year. Yeah, I was mad because somebody hit me with Merry Christmas today. I'm like, it's over. You still saying it? It's over. Can we get past this? Over. Merry Christmas. It's like, bro, it was yesterday. Why are you still saying it? They do that. But yeah. Don't smack nobody up. I don't want to have to bail none of you guys out next week, I don't want to have to bail you out, Andrea. So don't smack nobody. T said don't smack nobody. Yeah. I knew you're exactly. So yeah, all praise to the Most High. Till next time, we'll be back with another one like the other one. Shalom family, love y'all. All praise to the Most High and His Son. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Barakatah. Kwam Yasharala.